and how can the data maturity fuel business successes and growth? We heard a lot about generative AI, very popular across the sector. But how can a generative AI fuel business success?
Okay, so as you've seen, there's been a lot of hype around AI
Lots of.
and what businesses can do with it. Now, what we have found is that generative AI can be used as a component in the process of data analysis.
Right.
And I'll give you a very simple use case that we've done with a client. So one of our clients, they would ask business questions to their reporting team maybe 4 or 5 times a day. Okay, so what would happen is they would email the reporting team and say, I need this report. The team would then run the report, they would then present the report and provide commentary. It could take a couple of hours to do that. Okay, now, sometimes in this business it was very urgent. They needed to know the numbers straight away. They needed to know what was important, what was not important. So what we did is we used an LLM model, which is a type of generative AI which ChatGPT is based on. Okay,
Right.
so what we did is we implemented this LLM model so that the business manager can just ask the question to the ChatGPT or the LLM and say, I want to know how this is performing, or I want to know how this is performing. Then this LLM model will translate that prompt into a query.
Right.
Okay, we trained the model based on historically what queries have been run by the business. So we trained the model on the historical queries, and so therefore we're very specific. And then it would run the query and then return the result and put it in graphs and charts. But the smart thing we did is we then used the LLM or the generative AI to then summarize the findings. Because as a business manager, I don't want to see graphs and charts. I want you to tell me what I should be focusing on. So we allowed the generative AI to then summarize the graphs and charts into English, plain English, so the business manager could understand what it is that's important for him to pay attention to
And make decisions accordingly. So beautiful use cases of here as a generative AI that influences that what we have done is that we give the tools to the decision makers so that spontaneously they can query their data and make a decision on the spot rather than waiting for hours for the data analyst to give the report and then they can make the decisions. Thanks a lot.